this one to turn up to is a leaking pan connector. By the looks of it, someone has cut away at the soil tee and probably just pushed that pan connector straight in it. Don't worry, I've got something. You'll all be impressed. My gloves. Before I start messing, I'm getting too eager. Right, I'll get the water shut off first. Bosh. Give it a flush. Don't know what I'm going to do to rectify that yet. I'm going to have to take the toilet out before anything, so I brought the wet back in, so I'll just suck out the remaining water so it doesn't flow everywhere when I pull it out. Oh, you bastard. Lovely. Well, we've not left much of us to play with there. I'm basically going to try and glue a piece of soil in that, clean it all up. Will this fit in here? Oh yes! Hopefully that'll solve and weld up. It's a bit baggy like. I get plenty of glue on this. Just prop that up for the time being because it is rather baggy. With a bit of luck that'll set. Give that 5 or 10 minutes to get old, and then I can cut it back. Proper route march now back to the van. Don't know if you can see it. The orange windscreen near the church. I'm just going to go and do a bit of praying to make sure that this solvent well goes off. With this being a bit shorter, I'll be able to cut that pipe off a bit further back, if that makes sense. The old flexi pan connector that was in was pretty much coiled together, so there was no, you couldn't get any shorter basically. Lovely that. So that means I can leave 45mm sticking out from the end of there. It's been 10 minutes, it's not fully set yet, that bugger. That is not good. Right, it's a 45mm. Cut that off there when it sets. God's sake. Might not even work this. All depends whether that's going to glue or not. I can't twist it anymore, so it is definitely trying to go off. I mean, it's far from ideal, but I had to cut it with the multi-tool because I didn't want to be too aggressive with it with the wood, so should have cut it down before putting it in really. And it's still not fully set. God's sake, it's getting there though. It's only been about half an hour. Was such a big void to fill though for solvent weld. I was asking quite a lot. I mean, ideally you'd change that whole tee. Tenanted property though. do a smear some CT1 in there just to fill that void. I think that might be a good shout. God, out the next person who gets pancakes out is probably going to be me. Wish me luck. Bit flush going what leaks now, 100%. Second flush done. Need to start putting this lot back actually. What the hell is this? Oh my. Landlord's going to sort that out. That's not my job. However, I'm going to silicone the toilet back now. Lovely. Jubbly. No leaks. On to the next one. Next one we've got to do is customer wants that replacing for a Hive system. So my top recommendation before doing anything on a Hive is when it's getting connected to a hub, which will be inside the box, is go and plug the hub into the Wi-Fi, because if it's got any updates to do, it can take a while. And I don't even know how to open the box. So this, unplug that in to the mains and your router. As for the receiver, it should be quite straightforward. Power off. It's one of my EPHs there. Quite a neat install this. This is before the days of social media. I think it's 5 years old, 4 years old now, this one. Yeah, it was a bit of a horrendous mess when I changed it. It was on an old Logic. Right, so now the power's off. Make sure you've got safe isolation. You already know how to do that. And I'll just undo the little screw at the bottom of there. Look, Mum, no hands. So I've had a chest mount for quite a while, but the chest mount doesn't really give you a decent view. So now I've gone for the neck mount, which everyone else is doing now. So I'm a copycat. Well, I'm a sheep. You're going to hear my heavy breathing. Dan only put one screw in this. I bet I lost the other one. And he didn't even use ferrules. Oh, what a joker. Lovely. Just undo them too. I'll mount this to the wall. So I knock out one of them cutouts to get my cable up. should work beautifully. It's even got the same screws as the last one. So on a Hive you have neutral, live, and the 2 switching wires are going to be between 1 is actually common and 3 which is your switch. It's single channel, this one. It's a combi boiler. I need to go and get the snips now and snip that bottom out, so when you put the cover back on, the cutout will go over the cable like that. It's not going to be enough, is it? Should have a cable clamp on this, in my opinion. I hate Hives. Give me Nest any day. Screwing that plate on now is tying the cable up anyway. I also don't like the net mount. Maybe I'll get used to it. Let me know in the comments what you thought to it. Would you prefer it? Would you prefer me just being able to freehand hold my tripod, place it down? Job done? Right. Batteries in that. In fact, no, I'm sure you're supposed to flick the boiler on now, put power to that. We'll try it. Searching. Well, it's connected after about 4 minutes, that's not too bad. We'll skip the tour. Press the dial to continue, press back to skip. We don't want to set up 27 degrees, mate. So let's just crank this above that. Beautiful. Beautiful. That'll do me. Let's knock that back off. That should start flashing. Yep. And then that'll knock off in a minute. Lovely. Now let's go mount this on the wall. See what's going on with the hub. However, I think she just said her husband's going to set that up, so winner winner, chicken dinner. So that is a wrap for that Hive. Don't actually know why. I know why I filmed it. In my head I was thinking people might not know that it's between 1 and 3 for your terminals. You could just look at the instructions, I suppose. But yeah, that's how you install a Hive. A bloody wasp. Well, sorry about that. I was rudely interrupted by annoying wasps. But apparently we need them. We need them in the world for pollinating. I wasn't aware that wasps did the pollinating. I thought it was the bees, but anyway, that's life. Yeah, so I hope you found it useful. I've not edited it yet. It might all be all of 30 seconds long, this video, this little clip. But it's going to be part of a jobbing episode anyway, so let's move on to the next one. So the next one, as you can see, over the weekend this has started leaking, the fibre washer up here, purely down to the fact that what's going on, the lens is wet though. Purely down to the fact that the tap washers have gone in these two, and he's been having to crank this right over to get it to shut off, and it's turned the tap and made it start leaking underneath, so I've just shut off the water. Oh, bloody hell, can't even open it with one hand. So I think we'll start by changing the washer first before the fibre washer underneath, because I'm obviously going to have to try and tighten up the tap and etc, and I don't want to loosen it back off after I replace the washer in that. I brought up nice little repair kit. Handy to have these. Obviously got fibre washers and rubber washers for the taps as well. Oh my god. Right, I've done the hot. That was the washer in the hot. I have reseated them as well. I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to wind this one out. Replace that washer as well because that's seen better days. The seat of the tap is actually alright, to be fair. So that's the grinding tool. These are for different tap threads. That's the one we need. So we'll just spin this on. This is a Draper one. Everyone asks where I got this from. It's years old. But it's a Draper tap reseating tool. So we tighten that up there. And basically push down and clean. Well, it grinds off and cleans the seat of the tap. Removes any lime scale and debris. A little bit more needed on that. You want it nice and shiny brass. Oh my god, yeah, that is knackered. They're massive washers, these, for this tap. But they're the only ones that sit properly. Should be stripping them down and greasing them up, but I don't think that's going to happen on this one. I don't think I'm going to be able to part it. Right, now I'll try and change that fibre washer under there. This is where you hope the pipe drops down so you've got enough play. It did. And there's the old washer. Feels plastic. It's not though. Right, new fibre washer. Now normally I try and put PTFE on these because they always leak for me. I've said this a million times, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get PTFE on round up there. Let's see how tight it fits against the actual tap connector. Might just try and get away with not PTFE. Oh no, I need to tighten the tap up. So that's all tightened up now with no paste, no PTFE. Wish me luck. And taps are off. It's going to turn the stop tap back on and see what's what. It's going to leak. I know it's going to leak. Tap washers have sorted them out beautifully. So that's got that one sorted. I can't believe that fibre washer didn't leak with no PTFE and paste. Maybe it was the fact it was a better brand of fibre washer. I'm not sure. I thought they were all the same. But yeah, so it seems to be alright. I did nip up the little glad nuts on top of the taps after, just before leaving, because they were weeping a little bit. They probably wanted repacking, but the customer just wanted the washers replacing, and they probably wanted repacking, but the customer just wanted the washers replacing. Apparently he's going to change the taps for some lever ones because he's struggling with his hands and arthritis. So it was basically just a temporary measure to get them going, and no doubt we'll be back replacing the taps anyway. But that's going to conclude this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't done already. Consider subscribing if you haven't done. It's absolutely free. 60% of my viewers do not subscribe, and I understand that people don't always have YouTube accounts to be able to subscribe. I think a lot of the time though it is down to the fact that they just forget to subscribe. It is free, so click that little button, and then on my channel homepage there's a little notification bell. If you click that as well, you'll get notified of when a video goes live. So yeah, thank you very much guys, and I'll see you next time.